Hey everybody, Rich Suggs here, your traveling tax guy on Wise or Otherwise. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that seems to be so common and most unfortunately no one seems to understand. And if you get a W-2, so if you have a regular job that has your income tax withheld, you have filled out or should have filled out a W-4. Now, W-4 is something that your employer will typically give you, and it'll allow them or it will instruct them how much to take out of your paycheck for your federal income tax. Not your Social Security, not your Medicare, but your federal income tax. So it's very, very important that you fill this out correctly. I'm not going to be here to tell you how to fill it out correctly. I will give you some guidance. If you are very familiar with how to do it, then they have actually 4 pages that come with this, and at the very back it kind of gives you a help on how much income you're making and how much should be withheld from your paycheck. Now, why is this important for people? Well, what happens is this job that you are working, now there are people that have 2 or 3 jobs, but that job, the one that we're worried about, doesn't know how much other money you make, doesn't know how much your spouse might make. And so if you are married filing joint, I find a lot of times my new clients will come in and they will have not had enough income tax withheld. Why? Because they just listed down that they were married but no other income, and there is a place on here that you can put down that you're married filing joint, your spouse has a job, or you might have multiple jobs. And so it will let them know that, hey, this isn't the only income that you're going to make. So let's just say you have a job that makes $50,000 a year. If you don't tell them that your spouse also makes $50,000 a year, or that you have 2 other jobs that total another $50,000 a year, you're actually making $100,000 a year, but you're only getting your money withheld like you're making $50,000 a year, and you will not have enough withheld. So sometimes I've had people that have had 2 jobs. They might make $100,000 themselves, and then they have a spouse that makes another $100,000. And I have clients that have come to me and said, well, I don't understand how I owe so much tax. Well, unfortunately, your job thinks you're only making $100,000 or whatever you're making there, and it's withholding it at that rate. Most important that you sit there and fill this out right. Listen, if you need help, the IRS is a good resource in which you can go to, and you can go to irs.gov/W4app. But I will tell you, if you go on their front page of their website, irs.gov, it will have a link to a W4 app, and it will kind of guide you what you need to do. It'll ask you how much you make on other jobs or any other income coming in, because the income is what you're getting taxed on. If you have more than you're claiming on this this W4, then you will need to let them know so this W4 can withhold enough tax out. Okay? So don't get yourself in a bind and come up owing a bunch of fees and prepayment or unpayment penalties that you might have if you owe more than $1,000 at the end of the year. This is the time to make sure and check. And get with your HR department, get with your employer if they don't have one, or their payroll company, and ask them, what did I put down? Then kind of look at what you did with your wife or other jobs that you might have had and make sure you fill it out correctly, okay? This is going to help save you money. Right now, if you don't have the money to pay a past debt or a past penalty, the IRS is charging 8% interest. 8% interest on top of penalties. So you can't afford to sit there. That's almost credit card debt level, right? Probably higher than most people's mortgage rate. And so you can, if you're having issues, it could be your W-4 is not filled out right. Okay. Leave a comment down in the comments and let me know if this helped you at all. I will be bringing other types of things, and I'll explain the beard and the hair and the whole 9 yards and why I'm traveling. As you get to know me, I'm Rich, the traveling tax guy, and I'm right now in Cottonwood, Arizona, having a grand old time. Thank you, and you have a great day.